You're watching Super Mario GVT. And now, Poptropica Road Trip. A Tangle in Time. Hey everyone, it's Hyper Eel, and welcome to the next episode of Poptropica Road Trip. In this episode, we're going to be playing Time Tangled Island. It was originally called Time Twisted Island, now it's changed to Time Tangled Island. This is a full walkthrough with full audio commentary. Let's go! After you drop down the main street, head all the way to the right until you reach a woman who's alerting you that there's trouble in the lab. Head inside. If you click on her again, she will give you a mission printout. You can read through it to help you out. Head all the way to the lower floor of the lab and plug in the future machine. Head inside. When you enter, you're in a not so pleasant future. Head left and you'll meet your future self. He or she will give you a time device. The order of what you do doesn't really matter. Or you could do it what I do. Let's go to the Great Wall of China. Here, you'll see a barrel of explosive gunpowder. You'll need this for the Vikings to blow up the entrance. It's the cave that's blocked by some rocks. After transporting here, head up until you reach the cave. Click on the rocks and you'll use your gunpowder to blow them out, revealing an entrance. Once you head inside, you'll automatically have a torch. Now be careful with your torch and move as fast as you can before your torch runs out to reach the golden vase, an item that has to be returned to the correct time period, the ancient Greece. Inside, click on one of the people here, and you'll return the golden vase. First time period repaired. Now, let's go back to the Great Wall of China. There's an amulet, though a man has it. To get the amulet, you have to beat him in a single memory game. Now, you have to remember this position. The cards will shuffle. It's easy to use your pointer on the matching card, so you won't have to stress out. Once you did it correctly, the man will give you the amulet. The amulet is Thor's hammer. You'll need it for the Vikings period. Once you return the amulet, this time period is repaired. Head to the Graph House. On the top of the house, there's a bag of solid rocks that should be at a correct time period. In this case, the Mali Empire. After you transport it here, head up until you reach one of the port traders. who seem to be missing the salt rocks. This time period is repaired. Now head to the Statue of Liberty and you'll find another missing item. Head all the way up past the construction area and time your jump to the far left edge. You'll get the notebook. The notebook belongs to Leonardo da Vinci, which we will see him once we transport into the area where Leo's workshop is. Leonardo da Vinci is inside his workshop. Head through some obstacles until you reach Leo's workshop. Head inside. Here you'll find Leonardo da Vinci. You'll return the notebook to him. Not only that, he'll also give you a glider. You can put it on if you want, though it might be necessary to find the item that is shown here. Anyway, let's go find some more items. Let's head to Edison's workshop. Run all the way to the left and jump on the bike. Let the bike ride and it'll take you to the right side. Jump on the trees and up on top of the chimney of a house, there's a piece of stone, which has to be returned at an expected time period. The Aztecs. Or the Aztecs, I could pronounce it. Here, head up, up, up until you reach the king. Give him the sunstone piece. The time period is repaired and the sunstone is all fixed. Now let's go to the Lewis and Clark time period. On top of this tree is a beaver that has a stone bowl as a hat. Grab it. It's for the Great Wall of China. Use your time device to head there. Once through, head all the way through these obstacles until you reach the person who needs a stone bowl back. Time period repaired, like before. Thomas Jefferson needs his Declaration of Independence, and we'll go to the Mali Empire and head inside the Timbuktu Inn, where we find a man who's trading the document. As you're progressing, watch out for the snakes that will hit you. Inside the Timbuktu Inn, talk to the man who's trading an important document. The document is the Declaration of Independence, which you must get. However, the man will give you a task. Piece the painting. The painting you piece together is the Mansa Musa. Once you put it together, you'll be given the Declaration of Independence. You had to give this to Thomas Jefferson to fix the graph house time period. Make your way to the graph house and head inside. There's John Adams, though the person we need to talk to is Thomas Jefferson. Once you give the Declaration of Independence to him, the time period is prepared. Now, let's get some more items. The peace medal is in the Leonardo da Vinci workshop period, though it is possible to get it with the moving platforms. You're much easier to get it using the glider. After you pick up the peace medal, head to the Lewis and Clark time period. When you reach Lewis and Clark, give Lewis the peace medal. The time period is repaired. Let's go to the ancient Greece period, where we see a strange device on top of the treasury where you return the golden vase. The phonograph you picked up to belongs to Thomas Edison. He needs it back. Head back to the Edison's workshop time period and head inside. Once you're inside, go to the top floor until you see Thomas Edison. Once you give the phonograph back to him, the time period is repaired. Only 2 more time periods to be repaired. Let's go to Mount Everest. Mount Everest seems sort of not as tricky as you think. But just make your way up to the mountains and climb up to the next area. On your way up, you'll pass by Thomas Edison, who's missing his goggles. We'll come back here later once we have the goggles. After you reach the third and top area of Mount Everest, head all the way up to the highest peak, where you see the small model of the Statue of Liberty. You needed to repair the Statue of Liberty period. Head inside this building and return the Statue of Liberty model to the owner. Only 1 more to go. Remember the goggles I talked about earlier? Head back to the Aztecs. But to get the goggles, you need to be a warrior. Head all the way to the right. Watch out for the guys who will hit you once you don't have the warrior mask on. Head up here and click on the man, and he'll give you the warrior mask. Now put it on and talk to the first person who's wearing the goggles. Now that you have the goggles, we can return them to the owner on Mount Everest. Edmund Hillary, that is. Once you're here, head up, 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 until you reach the second area. Head right, and then talk to him and Hillary, and you'll give him the goggles back. With all periods restored, you may notice something on the flashing machine, the time device machine. The lab part is flashing. Head there. Head back into the lab and plug the future machine once more. Now head inside. This time when you do, you'll appear in a bright and colorful, pleasant future. Use the monorails and the hover platform to get into an area where your future self awaits. Head all the way to the right until you reach your future self. He or she will give you the Island Medallion as a reward. This is the end of Time Tangled Island. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Poptropica Road Trip episodes. What is one thing that you struggle in Time Tangled Island?